It's this simple. Iran views us as their main enemy, and they don't want Donald Trump to win. They want Harris to win. Ask yourself, why? You have the election coming up. We all know that, right? Election? You guys are aware of the election? Mm-hmm. And Iran is ramping up efforts to interfere with the election. Now, the way the left is presenting it is that this is kind of a both sides type situation. It's not, but listen to them.
So Google is now warning both presidential campaigns about ongoing hacking threats from Iran. It says there have been multiple attempts by Iranian hackers to access accounts belonging to people associated with Harris, Biden, and Donald Trump. Mm-hmm.
Also involved in trying to kill Donald Trump, kind of a biggie. We'll get to why they may favor Harris and Biden over Donald Trump. Hint, $1 trillion. But yesterday, it was also reported, now we can't confirm this, if this is true, and of course the media usually doesn't care if something is true, this should be the biggest scandal right now in the country, period, bar none. I read it and I thought this must be a misprint. So it was reported that United States officials actually presented Iran with the names of Mossad officials that killed the Hamas leader, Ismail Haniyeh. So think American officials, this is reported, if true, gave Iran the names of the people who killed the leader of the terrorist organization. Think about that. When people talk about a conspiracy, that they want World War III and perpetual conflict, okay, it's not always the case. How many people can you get in a room? But this would be the most clear-cut example that you could possibly present that you have people in the United States intelligence offices who are interested in something equivalent to World War III. And by the way, we managed to obtain a recording of how it allegedly went down.
Tell me who it was. I just did. Check your facts. I know your Wi-Fi can be a little finicky. I said, tell me who it is, damn it. I told you, I just did. But are you serious? It was that easy? Yep. I didn't even get to do the part where I threatened to stone your wife, steal your daughter in front of you. I had the whole thing planned. Totally unnecessary, man. Okay, well, we will give you names of your enemies in exchange. Don't worry about it. We're just happy to help. Thank you. I mean that, thank you. That is really refreshing. You know, it's almost impossible to get a real person on the phone anymore. Believe me, I understand. And when you finally get through, they're rude, it's a call center in Bangladesh, it's not a person. I get it. People like you, yeah, it's annoying. Well, I just want you to know, it does not go unnoticed. It's appreciated, sir. Actually, it's ma'am. I identify as a woman, and my pronouns are they, them. I know you probably didn't mean the microaggression, so no biggie this time.
That person's dead now. So
they are. By the way, let me just clarify. 10 names were given. This originated from a Kuwaiti report picked up by Fox News. Fox has since deleted the article. We've come out and said that this didn't actually happen, right? But I don't know that I trust them. 10 people that are still in Iran.
Right.
Do you understand what that means? It's like saying, hey, there's 10 people that work for Mossad that are still in your country.
Right.
That is far worse than just saying, oh, these are the guys that did it, but they're in Israel where they're kind of protected.
Right. So Fox News is saying that it didn't happen now?
Well, no, Fox isn't saying that. I think we'll get down to it. Like the administration is saying that it didn't happen.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we'll take their word for it.
Believe them.
Yeah. But this is important as it relates to the overall narrative. You just saw with CNN saying they're trying to hack both campaigns. No, they're not. Iran has a vested interest in preventing Donald Trump from being president. They've made it known, to be clear. They're probably upset. The Ayatollah is probably upset when he watches CNN. Like, well, that's not true. That's not true. We want Harris. We hate Trump. You don't speak for me.
He has a vote Harris sign right behind.
Yeah. Like the UAW.
I don't think they're trying to sabotage both campaigns. It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
What end result they're looking for?
Well, let's look at why they may want to, for example, assassinate Donald Trump, which they did.
Yeah.
Let's look at the different treatment that Iran received with Harris, Biden. I'll just say Harris, right? Because, Biden, Harris, no one's really seeing Biden anymore. Let's start with funding, okay? So Harris, Biden, they gave billions, for example, just for hostage release. And they also unfroze a lot of money, okay? Donald Trump put 1,500 sanctions on Iran, largely on oil, and $1 trillion in damages to the Iranian economy, according to Iranian officials. I believe it was Biden-Harris who unfroze $6 billion as well. That was frozen, again, by Donald Trump. You had Barack Obama, here's some money. Donald Trump, we're not going to do it. Biden-Harris, we're going to unfreeze it. Okay? The Iranians are very concerned about Donald Trump being president. He's the only person who's enforced any policies with any teeth. Let's look at the treatment of terrorism under the Harris and Biden administration versus Donald Trump. You look at Harris and Biden, they removed Iranian proxies like the Houthis from the terror list.
How's that working right now?
Yeah, they just took them off the terror list.
Yeah.
Because we would want to be ethnocentric.
Well, they're the ones shooting at our warships
right
now. So
compare that to Donald Trump, who killed Soleimani and bragged about it.
Thank you very much.
The terror mastermind in Iran.
He doesn't get any credit.
So one party, we'll take them off the watch list. Donald Trump's, I killed your man. You better come out and stop me. And just in case people are forgetting, Iran is an enemy of the United States. I don't know if you know that. They're a sworn enemy of the United States. They refer to us as Satan.
The great Satan.
The great Satan.
There are two Satans.
Israel's a little Satan. We're the bigger Satan.
We're number one.
Geographically makes sense. Let me give you some more key facts here. I don't know if you know this as far as who they've been trying to negatively affect. Key fact number one, the assassination plot against Donald Trump. I don't know if you know this, but in July 2020, United States intelligence discovered an Iranian plot to kill Donald Trump. A Asif merchant, 46 years old, this comes from NBC News and CNN, is accused of traveling to New York City and working with a hitman to carry out the assassinations in late August or early September, according to the charges filed by federal prosecutors in Brooklyn, New York. And the New York.
You New Yorkers.
And the Secret Service, in a very rare occurrence, actually increased their protection around Donald Trump at that moment in time. So we have the record of them attempting to assassinate Donald Trump. This guy has been brought in to a paddy wagon, see? And we have the funding. All right, let's look at key fact number 2.
By the way, sorry, that was July 2024, not 2020.
Oh, sorry, I apologize. Yes, July 2024.
It was a typo there. So,
okay,
yeah.
July 2024. I
Recent.
apologize. I thought it was recent, and I was thinking, was it a recirculated story? Because you never know, but you can admonish me.
There we go. I forgot I had that one. Yeah.
And by the way, just check the references. Every day, go to loudwithcrowder.com. Link in the description. That one comes from NBC News and CNN. Here's a key fact number 2, that the Iranians actually hacked the Trump campaign.
Oh, come on.
So they actually leaked vetting files on Trump's VP candidates. Now, this is what we know, right? They leaked the files on J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio. And what's funny is Iran, sworn enemy of the United States, it's like, okay, we hacked the Trump campaign. We have these vetting files. Who do we think how could we do the most damage? I'll link it to Politico and the New York Times and Washington Post. That's real. Iran, in trying to damage your confidence in the American constitutional republic, they leaked hacked documents to Politico, New York Times, and Washington Post.
And those people ran with it, printed it?
I don't even know.
At least a little bit. Yeah. That's what do you think? You think it's beneath them? Like, come on. Here at the New York Times and Washington Post, we have ethics. Sure, the Hunter Biden laptop, and sure, of course, we lied about the elections and the laws. But yeah. We won't take anything from terrorists Iran. Of course they took it. Of course they ran.
Of course they did. But the thing is, on Rubio's deal, it was just small hands. And
yes.
So there was a big X over it. So that was it.
Right.
Not very telling.
Here's another key fact that you need to know, that Iran is actively trying to swing the election for Harris. Again, CNN doesn't want to tell you this because they don't. It's kind of like when Osama bin Laden came out and endorsed John Kerry.
Yeah. That's not the endorsement you want.
And so the media just didn't cover it. So he kept calling into shows. Like, hello, hey, excuse me. I have a lot to say.
The Swift boat guy, my guy.
Yes, John Kerry. Please, trust me, Americans, you do not want George W. Bush. You don't want him. It is Kerry. Remember, the name Kerry is the man you want.
Meanwhile, thousands of us were searching for him.
Yes.
They said vote for Kerry signs. You just look for that in Afghanistan and you'll find the guy. Come on.
Maybe it's that cave with the Kerry signs on it. That might be the one.
He's holding a vote Kerry rally and what?
So here's actually an example. We can bring up the overlay that Iran is actually running some influence campaigns on fake news sites. Again, trying to influence people to vote for Harris, which is just kind of interesting. How do you always accidentally, media, line up with your propaganda with sworn enemies of the United States? Whether it's China and COVID, and that it came from a wet market, right? And that the whistleblower was still alive, or that lockdowns work, or it's like Iran with fake news trying to get Kamala Harris into office saying there's a bunch of momentum, which is the same thing. How do you always line up with propagandists who hate the United States, or Al-Qaeda? John Kerry being endorsed by Osama bin Laden. Do you ever just accidentally look around? And I know what you'll say, like, hey, you have some neo-Nazis. Well, no, they have no global power. And by the way, the neo-Nazis voted for Biden. I don't know if you know that. It's like, it's not even true. They're just socialists who happen to be racist.
That's their guy.
So the director of national intelligence actually reported that Iran is trying to stop Trump from winning in November with, and this comes from CNN, Tehran working to influence the presidential election because probably Iranian leaders want to avoid an outcome they perceive would increase tensions with the United States. Now, to be clear, that is code for consequences.
Yes.
That there will be consequences from the United States, like freezing $6 billion in funds that you may use to go to a nuclear reactor.
And Hellfire missiles into cars in motion.
Right.
That would be also bad.
Exactly. So when the media tells you Iran is trying to interfere with this election, by the way, these are the same people who did this with Russia. There is so much more evidence right now that Iran is interfering with this election than we ever had with Russia. It is remarkable that the media is not covering it. Well, I shouldn't say remarkable. It's entirely expected. The most they will do is say, it seems like they're trying to create uncertainty on both sides. Nope. They tried to assassinate one side. They have tried to elect one side, Kamala, Biden, Harris. They've tried to spread fake news about one side, Donald Trump. And they've actively hacked and leaked private information from one side, Donald Trump. There is no moral equivalency, and it's far worse than Russia. And we spent countless millions of dollars on the Russia collusion investigation, which of course yielded nothing. It amounted to nothing more than a little bit of trolling. By the way, it didn't even seem like Russia was looking to get Donald Trump elected. We've done segments on that. You can search the catalog on Mug Club. Here's the thing. Iran is a country that we need to be concerned about long term because they've told us so. They also call us the Great Satan.
Iran's hardliners flexing their muscles, screaming death to America and death to Israel at Tehran's main Friday prayers.
اولا بنده این رو برای حضرات بزرگان آمریکایی روشن کنم. مرگ بر آمریکا یعنی مرگ بر ترامپ و جان بولتون و پومپئو.
First, I just thought that was NYU campus.
Well, so did I. I was a little confused. Yeah.
It's this simple. Iran views us as their main enemy, and they don't want Donald Trump to win. They want Harris to win. Ask yourself, why?
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.